members of Congress were given a secret briefing about just how much cyber hacking and interference has been going on in this election due in November. Now, what the director of the National Counterintelligence and Security Center says, so, you know, this is not some person who's soft on foreign spies. This person came out and said that Russia is interfering in our elections again, worse than 2016, and they're trying to keep President Trump in power. What's fascinating is they also said that China is playing some cyber games and they want to put former Vice President and Democratic candidate Joe Biden in power. We also know that Iran wants the Democratic candidate Joe Biden to win. A month or two ago, President Trump tweeted the Iranian regime and said, if you want to cut a deal on nuclear weapons, now is the time to do it before I'm re-elected. Well, the supreme leader of Iran came out last Friday and said, no, we think you're going to lose, and we're going to wait for the next president before we begin negotiating. So basically, the U.S. intelligence community has once again told the American administration Russia is playing for Trump, but what they told us is that China is now playing for Biden. I mean, God bless Australia. We're not as significant enough for any of these countries to interfere with our elections, but this is massive.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Michael, cases of coronavirus, they've hit 5 million in America. It's costing citizens and the economy exponentially.
Mate, here in America, we've hit 5 million cases. Let me say that again. 5 million cases. Now, people say that if everyone had worn masks and kept social distancing, we wouldn't be in this situation. If we had national leadership, we wouldn't be in this situation. But here we are. So the big story right now is how does the punter survive? Blue, working class, ordinary people. How do they survive? Well, most of them have gone on to the dole. All right. So the state dole from Queensland or New South Wales or Victoria, you know, that gives you about $200 or $300 a week. For the coronavirus, the federal government, you know, from Washington or from Canberra, topped that up with another $600 a week. Well, that's run out. Republicans, or, you know, sort of like our Liberal Party conservatives say, well, we don't want to encourage people to keep accepting the dole with $600 because then they won't get new jobs. But there's no new jobs to be had. And the negotiations over this new rescue package, this new stimulus package, are just dragging on and on. Meanwhile, the people who are getting $200 or $300 a week dole with 2 kids have lost their $600 a week top up. People who were fighting off eviction have lost the moratorium that prevented people going broke from COVID being evicted. This country is feeling so much economic pain while the politicians argue. And President Trump over the weekend issued a number of presidential executive orders that, I'm sorry, they're more about display than meaning, because President Trump has no power to issue most of these orders. Dude, people are having to choose between rent or food in this country. All the COVID assistance, all the COVID stimulus has run out. 10% of this population is unemployed. I can't tell you how much pain this nation is in.